Good morning. I found this yesterday. It is news from 2 days ago, I believe, something like that. The Costco founder says he wants to kill the executives if they change the hot dog price. The Costco founder is very emotional about this price of the hot dog, and he uses the death word, and you could see this as a joke, but I want you to know that there is some passion behind these words. You see, it's interesting, I have to say, that it's there, right? Considering the hot dog dance macabre. Yeah. Okay, so I want to show you something from yesterday also, because I decoded the hot dog guy. This, right, the hot dog business, right? And in this, you remember that he started talking about Toby Keith, right? He wasn't visited by the king. For some reason, the interviewer started talking about the king, and but he started talking about Toby Keith. That's his name, right? Red Solo Cup singer, and it makes me think about this, right? I mentioned it in the last video, but and then I told you that the hot dog is a bit is I compared it with the Grail, with the Holy Grail, because he has it like that, and then he started calling his own hot dog store or hot dog restaurant. He started calling his hot dog restaurant a church. Yeah. So I want to show that he calls his hot dog restaurant a church. I find that amazing because, yeah, I kind of talked about that. Let's listen to that.
Did this and God did that. This was our church for a little while. I mean,
This was our church for a little while, you see. So the thing is, you may think that this is absolutely like now 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 some of you definitely are thinking now he went insane, right? But the point that I want to make is that the symbology is everywhere. Okay, so it's even in the regular stuff. You know what? The symbology is when you talk to a stranger. Okay, when you talk to a stranger, there will be a secret plot. There will be a higher discussion between your unconscious minds, a communication. Okay, and this is something that I can pick up on when I talk with someone. I notice this like this unconscious communication, and that's why I try to um, at this time I don't get confused by it. I simply it simply makes sense. um, and it's so weird, right? It's really weird, I have to agree, and it looks a bit bad right now when I'm talking about this, but let's continue. Okay, someone mentioned Danish hot dogs. Okay, what was it? Röde pölse. the pölse. And maybe that's interesting. So, and then he also mentioned kirk. We started talking about the church and churchland, kirkeland, and what was it? Kirke. There is a Danish philosopher that came up with this idea that um, about the leap of faith. A Danish philosopher. Yeah. I mean the Danes have been pretty awesome also when it comes to like science, the Danish people. You have you have Bohr, you know, the the founder of quantum mechanics, Niels Bohr, the atomic model, the hydrogen atomic model, he's the founder of it, and it's intelligent stuff. I noticed something amazing also. I read a comment somewhere that strengthened my view on the lion being this the lion. Someone talked on YouTube that the lion symbolizes the sun, and I'm not really I don't really like this view that the lion symbolizes the sun, because first of all, God cannot be depicted as an image. It says in the Bible, and it sounds pretty correct to me, that um, God cannot be an image, and so it cannot be the lion. And so when I noticed that, wait, I'll find it, what it was. I have to look around here a bit. So the star in the constellation um, Leo is lion, and the brightest star in the Leo constellation is called Regulus, and Regulus means petty king. Regulus means petty king or petty ruler, and the petty ruler is the materialistic ruler. Okay, because so there you have Leo, the Lion King. The Lion King is the petty ruler. It is the Regulus in the Lion constellation, the brightest star. It's the petty ruler, and it's like taking the image as it's some people say that the lion symbolizes the sun, and I think this is like deceptive symbolism. I mean, somehow uh, something made the lion appear as a king, and as a proponent of the unicorn and the magic, I am opposing to that. And my argument is, like, I have many arguments, but one of them is that the brightest star in the Leo constellation is called Regulus, and Regulus means petty king or ruler. This is the truth in the language that you can find. Okay, so and I'm not the least surprised that my view of the lion being like a false, you can see it in the demiurge artwork, where the lion actually devours the sun, and it's bloody. This bloody devouring of the sun that the lion symbolizes in the demiurge art It is a depiction of the brutal absorption of and like the unprettiness of the situation, okay, of the so yeah, um, and who represents the lion? Well, it's the current monarchy of the world. The current monarchy is represented by the lion, which is a petty king, a petty ruler. Okay, so um, yeah, so yeah, I wanted to show this that he actually started talking about a church in relation to this.
Happened with this, we look at it and we say, but God. God did this and God did that. This was our church for a little while.
This was our church for a little while, and yeah, you know, so we'll see what happens here. It's kind of like a joke, everything is a joke, until it gradually is no longer a joke. And this gradual transition between joke and no joke is maybe hard to handle, that it gradually transitions between being a joke and not being a joke. And so it's absolutely hilarious that I'm talking about um, hot dogs in such a serious way, but all of a sudden there is a gradual transition. Um, Maybe there is no real clear border where it actually is getting serious, and that's fascinating, right? We'll see when we are getting there. Right now it's hot dogs, and that's it. It's the Kirkland hot dogs, and yeah, I guess that's all. Wish you a good day. See you guys. Bye bye.